1, 2, the cut down. The Google Pixel 5a is cancelled. Or has it just been officially announced? Or is it sorta cancelled, but it isn't? We're gonna go Sherlock Holmes, or better one, Luther. We're doing some Luther detective, and if you don't know about Luther, talk to my man Idris Elba, greatest detective. Just saying, in my humble opinion. So this story is very interesting, and it's something where, like I said before, I try my best to keep away from leaks and rumors, because they can be always hearsay. Things change, things ain't always what it seems, something always goes pear-shaped, something then gets unconfirmed, get confirmed, get delayed, something always goes so I always like to get something concrete, but the concrete information came out of a leak that was incorrect in my personal opinion. So we're gonna dive into that. We're gonna switch over and see what we're talking about. This is where it all started from. Shout out to John Prosser, he does his thing. He tweeted this out, and I think he did it on his front page tech show, one of the shows recently. Don't quote me, but I believe, okay, from the tweet, it said, bad news, the codename Barbet Pixel 5a has been cancelled. That's what it says right there. And it says, I'm told due to the chip shortage, and as of this morning, it's not moving forward. The Pixel 4a and the Pixel 4a with 5G will continue to be sold throughout 2021. That's what first came about. Then there was an article from Android Central, actually the 9 to 5 Google one. And it actually states, and it actually does state, let me go back to this actually. Google officially confirms the Pixel 5a exists with launch later this year in US. Right. This is where this whole leaks and rumor scene gets so messy, and why I don't like to mess with it unless you're really sure, unless you're really sure, right? This is one situation. Let's read the article. 9 to 5 Google. 9th of April, Google officially confirms that the Pixel 5a 5G exists, will later launch this year. It seems like it was such a mishap, and Google values, even with the chip shortages that we're getting right now with semiconductor manufacturing and wafering, that the A series for Google is their winner. So we're going to read this article and pretty much go down here and see what's good. Despite rumors this morning to the contrary, Google has issued an on the record statement that the Pixel 5a 5G does indeed exist and will not be cancelled. Bruh, now you've got the OEM stepping in to actually tell your behind that, nah, don't try and actually tell us and tell the world that our most popular series in the Pixel range that we just pretty much got off the head from the 3A, the 4A popped off, and you're gonna try and tell people that it's cancelled? Yeah, the world is peak right now when it comes to chip shortages. People can't buy processors, graphics cards, and this is like, but yo, don't bring that negative energy, rah. It said the Pixel 5a 5G is not cancelled. It will be available later this year in the US and Japan, and announced in line with when last year's A series phone was introduced. A Google spokesperson. Google did acknowledge that the global supply chain issues limited wide availability, but the next mid-range Pixel will be released. Besides the name, we learned today that it will feature 5G connectivity, although it's unclear if it just means sub-6 in the US or whether it will have the millimeter wave support. Nah, not for that phone. The Pixel 4a was announced in August 2020 and immediately went on sale. Its successors should be a similar launch time frame, according to Google. This likely rules out an announcement at I/O. So we're going to talk about that next month. It's possible that Google will eventually offer the Pixel 5a 5G for more countries. For example, the barely blue Pixel 4a was announced in November, 3 months after their $349 phone launched in just in just black. Similarly, an unlocked clearly white Pixel 4a 5G came to market in late January after initial November release. Okay, rumors that the Pixel 5a emerged in February to show a design that is near identical to the 4a 5G. Again, clean, simple, understated, but it gets the job done. Feels really premium for what they do. It's said to slightly be taller and thicker, but it's a hair narrower. Its only other difference is it's a ridged power button. Okay, but otherwise there's still a hole punch in the corner left, dual lens array, 6.2 inch display. I would love the 6-inch display. Thicker bezels, top and bottom. 5A will likely retain the same main cameras and presumably still use Qualcomm processor with Whitechapel reserved for this year's flagship. Okay, while very similar to the 4A 5G, a cheap Pixel with a large screen and latest cellular technology should be popular. Wow, you lot actually went out of your way to go announce that a phone was cancelled, and it was such a misstep that you lot made the OEM come in and make an official statement because you lot were trying to just go too far. I have never seen this before. You lot actually made Google come out and say, yo, chill out with your rumors, chill out. I don't think no one else is talking about it that way. Yeah, we could talk about mistakes were made and this is that. That's all well and good, but this to me personally, further justifies, from my personal opinion, and I'm gonna throw it out there. I feel like my opinion stands a bit, because I'm coming from someone that worked in telco for retailers as well as directly for these OEMs. People are too hungry. It's all about being first. It's all about being first, putting it out there without fully finding to the T. And it can be a negative detriment. I don't even know if what Google did to respond to this was right or not. I don't know. That's a different discussion for another day, I think. But you see, I think they felt that it was so bad to say it was completely cancelled when that wasn't the case, even in an existential crisis with the chip shortages, to the point where they're like, yo, chill. The phone exists. It's probably just around the corner. It ain't that far off. We've got I.O. next month. Like, it's there. It's just we're having to put in the two most popular places that did absolutely well for us for now. Boy. Say what you want about it being, a 4A 5G. If it's gonna be a £300 A series phone from Google with 5G connectivity, or 350 kept at the same price as what it was last year, because the 4A 5G was £500 from what I believe. I would have loved it for it to be six inches. Again, it's rumors, 6.2 inch is still not bad. It's literally the same as an iPhone. An iPhone 12, if it's going to be narrower, it's actually going to be more close to an S21. So yeah, the twist is the Pixel 5a is not cancelled. In fact, the Pixel 5a, the Pixel 5a has been announced. And it ain't a leak or rumor. It was birthed from a leak and rumor. You lot made Google go and announce a product, man. So I'm excited. The Pixel 4a is one of the phones that I really liked for last year. I did a 5 things I dislike about the Pixel 4a, but overall, for what it does, 5.8 inches, compact size, Snapdragon 730G, 60GB of RAM, which was such a good look, 128GB of base storage only. Great decisions there, right? Single hole punch, AMOLED 1080p display. That single camera, my goodness, is it not a beast? Does it not punch above its weight? So bringing that same energy and the formula of all the things that I wanted from it, definitely is something I said in my full review. The things I love about it, the 5 things I don't, my follow-up video. I'm looking forward to it regardless, man. The clean understated, and if they hit the price well, man, yo, the competition got to come heat, because the direct, you know, support that you're going to be getting from Google is going to be great in terms of software. And if the hardware internally gets pushed up in terms of the system and the chip ever so slightly, yeah, I'm for it, man. Be careful with these leaks and rumors, people. The twist of fate that comes from it can be crazy. But yeah, it's not been cancelled. We're going to be seeing it in USA and Japan. It has been officially announced a bit prematurely, but directly from a Google spokesperson, i.e. meaning Google directly. Those are my thoughts on the whole shenanigans that happened with the Pixel 5a not being cancelled, but being announced.